I'm on low battery, rocking the Chesty today, and going to do Lemon Orchard downhill again. If I have enough battery, I might do the uphill climb as well, just to record it and have it there, but we'll see. But it's fun. It's just hard to do at speed because there's some blind corners. There's a lot of shrubbery, so it'd be hard to really do a speed run of it unless you knew nobody was coming up or standing there or whatever. But still a fun trail. And now I'm gonna do the climb up. Okay, I got my headphones in with music playing, so I'm probably talking louder than I need to. But yeah. I'm not a fan of riding on the street in Calgary, but yeah, I'm also not a fan of riding on the sidewalk, especially because it's against bylaw in most cities as an able adult to do so. I think in Lethbridge the age was 14, maybe it's younger. Like if you're 14 or younger, then you can ride on the sidewalk. But if you're older, you're expected to ride on the street like the vehicle that you are. But a lot of people don't respect that. And by people, I mean drivers. In Saskatoon and Lethbridge, I was much more confident riding on the street, forcing my lane when I need to, being courteous to drivers, being on the very right when I need to do that too. But this commute to and from this trail system I've been checking out the past few weeks, there's a lot of steep hills, and going down those hills at speed when there's people on the sidewalk walking, etc. I've mentioned this before. It's more dangerous to be on the sidewalk on your bike than it is to be on the street. Like, it's more dangerous to more people to be on the sidewalk. But again, my hesitancy, and this is the first time I'm really doing it here, my hesitancy to doing it in places like Calgary are because the drivers just don't respect cyclists the same way that they do in other cities. Not to say Saskatoon and Lethbridge are amazing for this. They're not, but they're better. And part of it is just because population and how busy it's not. And yeah. But driving in Calgary, period, is just worse off with the amount of people that run red lights, don't signal, basics, more than anywhere else I've ever seen. It's kind of bananas. But there's a little PSA for you. Look up the bicycle bylaws in your local municipality. See what they are. Because there's so many people that ride on the sidewalk, like I am right now, that don't need to, for safety reasons either, in really small residential communities. And like, if someone came with a stroller right now or whatever, a wheelchair, I'd have to get off the sidewalk. There's no room for both of us. Anyway, I'm too tired for this. So, what I was trying to get at is make informed choices, conscious decision making. So if you do need to ride on the sidewalk, you need to, but recognize the dangers of that. That, again, certain people commuting, traveling on the sidewalk need to be on the sidewalk, and bikes don't need to be. So recognize your climate. I mean, fear alone, I don't think is enough reasoning. I mean, justified fear is something else. But, I mean, you can get used to riding on the street. Like in Lethbridge, it was just, I just did it, like everywhere, other than where you're not allowed to, which is another thing. As a cyclist, there are certain places you are not allowed to ride on the street. And in Lethbridge, Mary McGrath is actually one of them. The bridge is another. Like, and there's, I haven't really shown stuff in the vlog, like my living space or anything, so you haven't really seen what the basement / studio looked like before the flood. This was art storage. I'm just putting some things back in here. I'm going to try to make this quick, but the basement flooded, and I'm incredibly overwhelmed because it has displaced everybody in this house in more than one way, but my studio is down here, and now it's not. At some point, all of this stuff is going to have to move as well for them to redo the flooring. I don't want to get into a lot of details, but this is big. This is really big, so it's hard not to get into details. This is another storage room, but yeah, studio supplies is not accessible for the foreseeable future. And I don't know, this process is going to take months. They just finished the drywall. Like, this stuff happened, like, I don't know, 5 days ago. I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's Thursday. So this happened last Friday, Saturday, with rain. And it's extra frustrating because it was complete. It's the most that I'm going to say about that. And it's just... yeah, I don't even know. I don't know how to vlog anymore. I don't know how to talk. I'm incredibly overwhelmed. I'm pacing back and forth, showing you absolutely nothing. Like, this is the aftermath. Like, this is just where things are. And the thing is that there's no point in moving things around and trying to make this a livable space again, only to undo it all when they have to come and do flooring, whenever that is. I don't have much positivity or optimism right now in any regard. And it's one of those things where, like, art making is a coping mechanism, is beneficial, is so much of my life that helps me with my mental health, emotional health, like, with a purpose. And this is the second studio I've lost in 1 year. Having to leave the other studio, having to come here and try to make, like, a makeshift home studio, and then have that be ripped away as well. especially in the way that it happened. Like, there's no way around it. Like, what's upsetting? And now here we are. We had heavy rain, and now this is it. Like, and now I'm just completely, like, I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. That's what's been going on, and yeah, I am again just completely overwhelmed and depleted and. Say, so we're at Spruce Meadows. I've never been here before, and for a lot of reasons I'm very out of place, just because, yeah, no exposure to this really, yeah, there's not a lot of color here, and you can assign that to class and culture and interest and a lot of other stuff, so it's cool, it's interesting, it makes me feel really out of place though. Just wrapping up the vlog. Really just disjointed, janky vlog. Probably the next, or this one that you just watched, and then the next one are probably going to be like that. I just need to remember how to do them and get into a rhythm of doing that again, or whatever. I like not having the pressure, but then it feels weird when I have footage sitting there for like a month, as I did with a couple videos. But yeah, the raw ride from the trail Lemon Orchard, I did it downhill and then uphill with the Chesty, and yeah, I did another trail recently, and that'll be in the next vlog. a little bits and pieces of it, and then I'll have to do a whole trail video of that some other time. But yeah, you saw a little bit of the flood aftermath. The basement looks the same as it did then. We haven't really gotten any further along with that. Learned about some bicycle bylaws and safety and things to consider, some PSA. And then, yeah, the little equestrian adventure. I feel like I cut myself off, and I edited things so I wasn't... Yeah, I just, like, interrupted myself in the editing, with the editing process, so that I wasn't saying too much, and the audio was crappy with the equestrian thing, too, and I just haven't made time to, like, have more discussion and full-blown conversations, or even smaller ones, where I can do that without... I'm sorry I'm bothering you, Ren. So sorry. So sorry, puppy. You're okay. I was going to say where I can just speak at my regular volume without bothering anybody, but I'm bothering Ren, so That was the vlog, and we'll see you on another time.